Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business, no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. So please remember that Notary Educators LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Now sit back and watch Kimmi and crew, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Okay? Some are in Georgia. Some are in Texas, Arkansas. We even got Nevada. We got all states, because we teach nationwide. The books are nationwide. The journals for every state except California, I'll push back just a wee bit because California is just so strict. But I have California people in the group. So I always say, if I could teach California notaries, we could teach anybody. Because California had their own set of rules out there. California and Louisiana. But they're even in my class. So, I mean, we teach nationwide. So don't worry about that. We got you covered, okay? Don't worry because you're in a different state. You need to know how to be a great notary. All right? Michelle says, I love how you give everything in just plain, simple terms. That's what I do. So join us over in mentorship. You will not be disappointed. You will not. All right. Lori W says like and subscribe. 100. Oh my God. Trigger says Miss Kimmi is notary for dummies. Don't say that. That's the cutest compliment. I understand what you're saying. I bought a book one time, Spanish for Dummies. Because they break everything down like to the simplest. But it's not for dummies, but I really want you to understand. And I do speak simple. And I even say this in my book in the cover that I had a family friend refer to me as simple. Kimmi, you're simple. And I was like, what they mean by that? And the more and more, guys, you know how you like, I ain't gonna be like my parents. I ain't gonna be like my parents, right? I end up like my mother because my mother would say the craziest, simplest things. It wasn't complicated. That's just how she lived. I remember one day I was fussing because I got a lot of allergies. And I was just fussing. I was like, oh, Mom, I said, I can't eat this. I can't eat that. I can't eat, like, I got an acid problem, y'all. I can't eat, sometimes I can't eat pineapples. All the stuff that I love to eat can make me itch sometimes, whatever. And one day I'm telling my mother, I said, yeah, I can't eat this. I can't eat this. And my mother says, Kim, just eat what you can eat. I mean, that was just the simplest thing, but it was facts. So I have that in me. I'm not all about that complicated lifestyle. If I'm doing like a baby shower with people, you know how you get a group of people together and it's always that one person who want to do the most? I'm not that person, and I'm not even going to work with you. I usually will end up saying, you know what? Let me just give you a little money towards that. Because I don't have time for complications. Hey, Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents, learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. I am not doing it if it's hard. I'm not doing it if it's a whole lot of drama involved. I'm like, let's get a cake, get the kids some gifts, put some balloons up, and keep it moving. Okay? I ain't doing all that extra. But, you know, to each his own. To each his own. But I like to keep things simple. Michelle says, are the Kentucky books up to date? I know there has been a lot of changes lately. They have not updated their handbook in many years. So it's just strictly the Kentucky Revised Statutes, which is just legal jargon. I don't know about your Kentucky handbook. I've not bought the Kentucky handbook. I just bought a new Georgia handbook because we do have one or two things that have changed. It's nothing I haven't been teaching here for 5 years. Okay. Now in the state of Georgia, you have to have a journal if it's a certain type of signer. I ain't dealing with all that. Okay. I ain't doing all that. The Kimmi rule is you document every single notarization that you do. Keep it simple. I'm not trying to find out if you certified, if you this or you that. The new journal law for Georgia's whack. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to keep a journal on every single transaction. I've been teaching that for 5 years. We didn't even have to have a journal. Okay? And you may not need one in Kentucky. I haven't read the handbook. I don't have to read every state handbook to teach you how to be a notary, okay? As I just want to use my doctor illustration. I do know what some of the handbooks say. And if we have to unpack something together, people just snapshot it and stick it in chat and we talk about it. So for example, one of my people is in New Jersey, okay? Their law regarding credible witness is that either the notary and the client must know the witness, right? Or the witness must have a valid ID. But there are some states, and I've come across them, where the notary and the client must know the credible witness, okay? So depending on what your state says, that's what we work with, okay? But the overall 95% of it is not state specific. And that's the point. 95% of being a notary is not state specific. There's no way I can run notary educators nationwide on the premise that I can help all these different notaries and I'm not telling you the truth. The truth is the way I teach. The truth is that 95% of it is not state specific. Okay, so don't get caught up. If you keep just being caught up in, I got to have a Kentucky person train me, I got to have a Kentucky this, you're not going to move, huh? And 95% of your stuff is not going to even be coming from Kentucky. When you start doing apostilles, your stuff going to come from all over the world. So when you're ready and there's no pressure, let us train you though. Let us help you. And you will see in the mentorship community that there are people from all over the states, okay? So you take your time. There is no pressure. But yes, I do want you to have your state handbook. I don't care what state you're in. That's the first thing you need because that dominates and that trumps everything, okay? Your state handbook. Now, the other 95% is let us teach you and get you working, okay? Deja says North Carolina. Yes. So, I mean, see, we got people from all over in the community. Excuse me. Sorry. Is there a Facebook page for us to chat and help each other ask questions? There's not a Facebook there is a Facebook for notary educators just for the 10,000 people that are part of our Facebook group. As part of the mentorship, we have the GroupMe app, and that's going on from 9 a.m. to 11 at night. And why do I run it so long, 7 days a week? Because we have people in California, Mountain Time, Pacific Time, Central Time. So we run the chat till about 11 at night. My East Coast people typically finish their assignments around 8. So we're available too to help you with your signings. Once you start getting work, if it's something we can't help you with, then we'll refer you to your signing company because that's who ultimately needs to ask anyway. But if it's something we can help you with instead of you asking them, we want to help you look like the pro versus you calling them and asking them something that we can answer for you, okay? So there is a free Facebook group. Notary Educators is the Facebook group. But if you're part of a mentorship community, then that's going to be our private GroupMe app chat, okay? Membership is so valuable. GG Solutions. GG Solutions, tell me who you are again. Because that name is throwing me. I knew it, though. The membership is so valuable. I definitely recommend it to all new notaries. Thank you, GG Solutions. I know who you are, but I just can't think right now. Michelle says, do you have a video that explains what to charge? I just don't have a clue. Michelle, you need to be in mentorship. But I do have several on the channel, though. For real, I have about, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 videos here on the channel, how you can charge. I got a whole book I had to write about pricing your services. And again, the book is not going to give you a specific number, nor any of the trainings are going to give you a specific number, because you have to learn the skill of pricing your services. That's an art. That's an art.